In this short session, we'll understand what is database, what is warehouse, what is cloud, Snowflake, and how to get it slowly step by step. This is Sai Phanindra from SQL School. I assure you complete practice orientation from scratch. Sessions should be completely practice oriented, step by step. And let's get started with what is Snowflake? Why Snowflake? And we are going to work with the concepts pertaining to ETL, data warehousing activities. So basic to advanced data warehouse concepts, part of our Snowflake course. Up to date Snowflake scripts from Snowflake website. Up to date information because it's cloud computing environment, right? Cloud environment, it keeps changing, it keeps upgrading. Big data storage and ETL components, part of our course. Snow SQL, tuning, security, data recovery strategies. We have examples lined up for Azure Data Factory with Snowflake, how to use them together. Python with Snowflake, how to use them together. Good to know Python. We have separate 3 weeks course, Python Analytics, 5 weeks course, Python Programming, 2 separate courses available. Additionally, here in Snowflake we'll be taking how to use Python with Snowflake. The integration activity called Snowpark. Snowpark we call. End-to-end implementation with complete hands-on revision, scenarios, errors, solutions, migrations, on-job operations, and SnowPro exam guidance. Part of the course. We'll do it. Need your support throughout the course. I request you to practice on time. Let's understand slowly step by step. Let's understand slowly step by step what is Snowflake, why we need it. Before we step into Snowflake, what is database? Any enterprise BI platform, business intelligence platform, we have database, warehouse. Sail together. Database to store live real-time data. To store any type of live real-time data, we have databases. Warehouse, go down to store cold data, historical aggregated data. Cold, historical aggregated data, that is called warehouse. So you already have concepts on OLTP, SQL database with you, DML, DDL, select, etc. Step into warehouse. Big data technology. Data warehouse will be the source for analytics, reporting, dashboarding, data mining, and so on. Our Snowflake is completely into warehouse environment. This one. Big data warehouse, big data cloud, cloud computing components. So what is Snowflake here? It is a cloud-based data warehousing solution or data warehouse platform to securely store any type of data, faster decisions, easy dashboards. Here it is, friends, on the screen now. You are into SQL or Tableau Power BI or administration or engineering. You can step into Snowflake. Let's understand what we are going to learn here in our lengthy Snowflake journey. To start with Snowflake, make sure we have database and SQL concepts. You already have them with you, please revise. DML, DDL select statements. If anyone is very new to database, learn the SQL concepts first. No programming required, but all basic fundamental activities. What, why, when. What is a view? When to use it, how to use it. What is a procedure? When to use it, how to use it. What is a function? When to use it, how to use it. What is a trigger? When to use it, how to use it. What is a synonym or a schema? When to use, how to use. Enough. No programming required. Those basic fundamentals should be enough to step into Snowflake. And in our classes, it's completely into practical environment. So need your support. If you are new to SQL, in such a case, a new to SQL, new to database, then step into our SQL first. Then step into Snowflake. Later on, to get into more exposure, you may do data engineering, Azure data engineering. I mean, Snowflake plus Azure. It really works. Let me tell you why. Snowflake plus Azure. Snowflake is more into Snowflake. I just put this way. Snowflake is more into data warehouse. Azure data engineer, data warehouse plus ETL, IoT, analytics. So data engineer is like a full pack, complete pack, including warehouse. But many companies use Snowflake data warehouse plus Azure ETL, this one, and IoT and analytics. Why not Azure warehouse? They can use it, but it's a bit costly. Azure warehouse is comparatively costly. So use Snowflake warehouse. But Snowflake does not have its own ETL tool separately. Very recently, they came with something called Snowpark. But many companies have already implemented Snowflake with data factory, data bricks, etc. Part of our data engineering course. A 7 weeks lengthy program. So technically, what's the difference between Snowflake and Azure? On my screen, Snowflake is into warehousing environment with backdrop of SQL and code-based Python ETL. Data engineering, on the other hand, it has a lot more to offer us. Not only data warehouse, there are two options, two variants of data warehouse in Azure: open source, Microsoft, plus data factory, data bricks to bring data, consolidate data, validate, analytics, orchestrate. That flexibility is not there in Snowflake, but Snowflake is very excellent platform for data warehouse. The performance we see in Snowflake, cheaper and easier user interface in Snowflake, we don't see it in Azure. So Snowflake is the best for as on date, the best for data warehouse. Azure is the best for ETL. Combination works. Part of our course we'll be learning about Azure Snowflake integrations. So what is included in our actual classes? Yes, here it is. Complete roadmap for our sessions. We are going to slowly start from data warehouse, step into architecture. It would take about 2 days to get all architecture components. Then comes cloud basics, Snowflake concepts, and from data warehouse architecture, we have Snowflake architecture. Virtual warehouse architecture. It will take 2 days time to understand all the architectures. There are 4 architectural activities we need to learn. Data warehouse, Snowflake, virtual warehouse, and MPP architecture we call massively parallel processing. Once we have the architecture diagrams ready with us, it's very easy and straightforward to step into our examples. Very simple and straight. We are going to learn from the scratch carefully. We are going to start from what is warehouse. We are going to learn about the concept of data recovery. We are going to learn about the concept of data activities pertaining to restore, backups, etc. It's all about data storage components initially. Then we need to talk about incremental loads. We call it as CDC or SCD, slowly changing dimension transformations. We'll do it carefully. Then we need to learn about the concepts pertaining to the information on end-to-end data warehouse needs. What is it again? End-to-end data warehouse needs. We need to understand it carefully. Next, we'll be learning about ETL, data warehouse, summary loads, raw data loads, etc. For that, we need something called Snowpark. What is that? Snowpark, a recent improvement in Snowflake. So in that process, we'll come across various admin activities and ETL activities. So here, back to our notes. We'll start from the scratch, get into the basic activities. Then comes something called transient table, temporary tables, recovery, undrop, cloning, zero copy cloning activities, procedures and dynamic executions, cursor, transaction, explicit, implicit and batch processing activities, security, RBAC, role-based access control and DAC concepts, data streams. This is very, very important for incremental loads. To implement something called CDC, change data capture, scheduled activities, DMR audits, recovery and time travel. The middle part is mainly the engineering part, ETL. The first part is the basics common for everyone. Then comes engineering as well as ETL admin activities. Mostly engineering, little bit of ETL admin, tasks, cron concepts, partitions, tuning, optimizations, stages. I said Azure. We have Azure stages with snow pipes, Azure AD authentications, and project work. So we are going to learn about the complete course right from the scratch, one by one. With this information, let's get into our notes. Well, so here we go. Let me take you to our notes, our Snowflake notes. As I mentioned, starting of our class today, we'll take it technically from scratch. We'll talk about the theory part, first 2 classes. Right from why data warehouse, where Snowflake stands in front of Azure and AWS, what are the competitors, why, and why Snowflake needs other tools like Azure Data Factory or DBT tools, what's required, To make it complete, we'll take it first. Introduction. Then slowly step into a BI model implementation. For that, we need a Snowflake account, interface, and warehouse concepts. Once we learn the warehouse concepts, then comes the architecture activities. Then slowly start our practice database. Tables. You're already aware of Microsoft SQL or any SQL. We are going to learn what's new in Snowflake, how Snowflake SQL is different from other SQLs. We are going to concentrate on those aspects. Then we need to learn something called as time travel features, transient tables, data recovery, schemas, context, data load activities. Small data, big data loads both. Once your data is loaded, then comes data validation concepts, limitations with constraints. Remember, Snowflake does not support primary key or foreign key. Technically, it supports only syntactically, but it's not enforced. We are going to learn why the primary key, foreign key are only syntactically valid, not technically valid. I mean, does not enforce keys. We are going to take examples on that. For example, there is a table with a primary key, still we can insert duplicates. Why? How? Where? We need to get them with data types. Metadata audits. We need to slowly step into cloning. We say zero copy cloning. Joins, view, procedures. In Snowflake, there is no separate concept called functions. Procedures are termed as functions in few aspects. So we need to learn about the stored procedure activities, transactions, streams. Streams are mainly for incremental loads. We say CDC, change data capture implementations. We need to learn about various activities, architectural concepts, how the streamings work internally, security concepts, connections, and partitions and stages. We'll learn about various concepts pertaining to Azure, SnoSQL, Azure. Azure and Snowflake are good friends. We'll understand their friendship across three different classes, three different examples. We learn about something called external stages. Snowflake with Azure cloud integrations and incremental loads. Snowflake with Azure integration for file incremental loads. For table incremental loads, we have something called SCD, slowly changing dimension activities. SCD we call. Snow pipes are incremental loads. We have Python examples and SCD examples in two different ways. SCD means slowly changing dimensions. And every class will be having FAQs. If in case you're interested, you may definitely work on them. Sometimes we see participants saying, Sai, I don't have time, so you please send the answers. We do. But if you can work on it, it really works. It really matters a lot. So find some time, submit your assignments. Maybe by weekends, please submit all your assignments throughout the course. For every course, for every class, you have the assignments anyway. You submit, try to do. If not, get my solutions, try as per your comfort and time. Project work. Coming to the project work, you'll be given a set of CSV files, old CSV files, and a detailed requirement on what is expected in the project, what you do. It's all about data modeling, warehouse design, and implementing the all lengthy concepts we learn in our classes throughout the course. With this information, common question: what about certification? Snow Pro certification guidance part of our classes. And FAQs are nothing but the interview questions. Still, you have extra interview questions to be sent on, along with the course through emails. Power BI integration part of our course. Snowflake is a backend, Power BI front end. So from Snowflake, you may opt for either Azure or AWS or Power BI, anyone. Azure or AWS core engineering, Power BI is front end. I repeat again, just to make it clear and straight. In our classes, we'll be taking one example on Power BI with Snowflake, chapter 17 in your course curriculum. How they are related? Snowflake is backend, Power BI front end. Power BI can read data from Snowflake. But how Snowflake gets its data? From where? From its own ETL tools called Snowpark, or from Azure, or from AWS, any of them. Okay, I repeat again, we are going to report data using Power BI, fine. But what about the getting the data into Snowflake? Yes, to get data into Snowflake, we have something called Snowpark. Snowpark activities, or it can be using Azure Data Factory, or it may be by using Amazon tools like Amazon Glue, Kivo Data, etc. Very recently, we have something called DBT tool also. DBT, database tool we call it. What are these? Let me just put this way. Back to our earlier diagram. Here it is. Back to our earlier diagram, I'll just label this way. ETL concepts, okay? All ETL concepts, I'll just try to get some text here. Within Snowflake, we have something called Snowpark. This is, sorry, wait. Yes, here it is, Snowpark. Okay, in this way. That is one way. And this is new. We have something called SQL stages, put, get, etc. There are few commands to bring the data, put and get, etc. Some command line items are there. Third party, we have something called DBT to bring the data. DBT and Metallion, these are the ETL tools, third party tools. And other one we have Azure Data Factory, ADF one way, or Amazon Glue another way. So there are different ways to bring data into Snowflake, the transport system, different transport systems from different companies. Our Snowflake course includes core Snowflake activities, these two. These are the items part of our Snowflake course. We have classes lined up for Azure with Snowflake, pertaining to storage, pertaining to ETL. But if you are looking for complete data factory, a separate course altogether. So this item we have separate course in case we are planning for. And this is again another separate course we have. These yellow items part of the Snowflake course to make it specific, clear. The green items separate courses we have separately, additionally. They're so vast. We don't have anything for Metallion or Amazon Glue as on day. So we are more into yellow items and the green items, part of our classes. We'll be taking everything in detail, step by step, need your support. On time practice, on time submission of assignments if you can. We are into Snowflake activities from next class. Azure engineering with ADF, a separate journey, a 7 weeks journey. Any further clarifications or questions? Request you to do reach me, just a small hi message, and we'll take it from there. Here it is. LinkedIn or to my number, anything is fine. Or you may also contact our team on this number. There is a change. Old number has issues. This is a new number to contact our team. With this information, any questions, clarifications, over to you and glad to assist you.